What's up, sinners and bastards, and welcome back to the dirtiest program on the internet. So a couple days ago, I asked you guys this question. What's the worst thing that's happened to you in a live presentation? I picked 9 of my favorite answers and saved mine for the last. Because I'm better than everyone! Okay, so this one presentation in high school a few years back, I was presenting on one of the presidents of the United States. My history teacher was very old, so right as I started presenting, as if on cue, he started snoring. He was awake the minute before, but I guess he just had to get his afternoon nap in. Long story short, I didn't have to present, and no one woke him up until the end of class. Looking back on that day, it was pretty funny. Don't you just hate it when you put so much time and effort into something, only to have it ruined by the elderly? This is when you should have been like, okay guys, when he wakes up, clap and scream as loud as you can, like I just gave the Gettysburg Address. Trust me, it's going to work. Shh, Hannah, please, you know I do the same for you, right? Yeah, that's right, bitch. No, but seriously, this reminds me of back in high school when I had that one blind teacher. We would always leave 20 minutes before class and she would never notice. It was fucking awesome. 7 months before I was given a project, I made a Google document that was literally 453 pages of the word dicks, repeated over and over. 7 months later, I made a project for class and accidentally printed the dicks document instead of my notes. I then had to wing my whole project. Well, at least it wasn't 453 pages of pictures of dicks. Then I think you would have had a real problem. Other than that, why did you have 453 pages of the word dicks? Are you some kind of author that was trying to make one of those weird abstract poems and call it art? Which you should have. That would have been real smart, eh? Damn, I bet that printer was just a-going, though. Dicks. The worst masturbation story you've ever heard or read. Hey, Jang Soap. Yeah, you. I'm sorry. Are you the host of Dreadly TV? I didn't think so. I ask the questions, you provide the fucking answers. Worst thing that happened to me during a presentation, I had to write a paragraph on a family member in Spanish and memorize it to say to the whole class. It wouldn't have been a problem if I hadn't have done it the night before. Basically, I forgot half of it and sat there stuttering in front of the whole class. By the way, when this channel gets popular, I'll be glad to say I've been here since 300.
This is Sparta!
I had to do that, but thanks for your support. Spanish? Yeah, I can understand why you didn't remember. I took the class for a week, but I couldn't roll my R's, so I deemed it the worst language in the world. I switched it to French, cause that's how you get all the pussy. T'as au tête de faire sauter les plaques de gouttes. Sais-tu combien de temps ta mère prend pour chier? 9 mois. Moisseau de merde. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? I spent hours on research for a presentation last year about banking stuff. As I'm advanced in PowerPoint, my presentation looked nearly professional. My mom works for a bank, so I asked her some questions sometimes, which was nice. When I did the presentation in class, and it went very well, the teacher gave me a low grade and said that I clearly didn't make the presentation myself, as it looked way too good. She even accused my mom of making it for me. I'm lucky I changed schools and I don't have to see that cunt anymore. Damn, I love that. I love that line. That's the way you gotta talk to public educators, so that they can get their fucking lives straight. As for your project, I'm sure it was great. Too bad the godforsaken education system can't spare an ounce of energy to give you any congratulations. I said orgasm instead of organism in my 6th grade science presentation. I just had a thought. Do you think people with dyslexia see organism as orgasm all the time? Damn, that would make science so much more fun. I don't know why, but this kind of reminds me of the time when I volunteered to read To Kill a Mockingbird out loud. In fact, a school just put that book on the ban list. How long before all of our schools are ruled by SJWs? I don't want to think about that at all. Had to do an informative speech about a topic. I chose the Italian Mafia as a topic. Redundant. And as part of the presentation, we needed a small clip about our topic. I couldn't find anything small except for movies. Time was running out, and I needed something, so I just picked one and didn't preview it. Every other word was an F-bomb. Don't you just hate that imaginary boundary in school that you just can't cross? We talk about all these heavy topics in school. The Holocaust, the slave trade, Stalingrad, but yet we can't say fuck in class. Hell, we saw a monk set himself on fire in the Vietnam War, and we still can't say cunt. I mean, imagine, if we could swear in school, it would make it much less stressful. Like you run into a teacher after class, instead of saying, oh, sorry, excuse me, you say, Fuck, sorry for running into you, shit. One's more polite, but the other is stronger, more informative, and empathetic. A Fran said King Two-Ton Condom instead of King Tutankhamun in the 6th grade. I mean, that's almost the correct way to say it. It kind of reminds me of the National Spelling Bee. It seems like every single year they're trying to get the kids to fuck up intentionally.
Numbnut.
What'd you call me? Numbnuts? What?
Numbnut.
I was in a production of the Rocky Horror Show at the local theater, and I was playing a transvestite with a wild costume of a leotard, a pink wig, fishnets, and a neon-colored skirt. Well, during one of the performances, the strap of my leotard broke and my man nips flopped out. I know it was the Rocky Horror Show, but it was pretty embarrassing. Shit, you want me to tell you what I would have done? Worn some nipple pasties. Would have made it real entertaining. But like he said, it was the Rocky Horror Show, so I'm sure the crowd was into it. I know I would have been. So anyways, my worst presentation was in the 4th grade. It had to do with the election of George Bush and John Kerry at the time. And I had to do a presentation with this chick that's meth head now, I'm pretty sure. Pretty weird to think about. Anyways, I did not want to play the part of George Bush, even if my life depended on it. I hated him, did not want him to be president again. I wanted John Kerry. But anyways, I was forced to do it. Teacher took me back out of class. She gave me a stern talking to. I came back in with tears streaming down my face, and I had to do the presentation. I had to play Bush. Me and my little baby face, we had to play Bush. Anyways, that's all we got for this episode of Dreadly Asks. Next question is, Dreadly asks, what's the worst thing you've ever eaten? Anyways, answer the question in the comments below, or you can @ me on Twitter and use the hashtag Dreadly Asks. Anyways, thank you for liking and subscribing. As you know, I'll be back tomorrow with some more fresh content, so I will see you then. Thank you very much.